Jesse and Joe, let them know. Hard gas tales, keep it real, let it show. From the school halls to the world's hustle and bustle. Tune in weekly, gotta stay in the shuffle.
Hey, Joe. What's going on, Joe?
Hey, Jesse. It's been a long time since we've done this.
Yeah, we missed a week. You went on a vacation, a little mini vacation, and so we really didn't get to do one that week.
I know.
Last week.
I was in New Orleans.
Yeah, how was New Orleans?
It was awesome.
Good.
Yeah, we did. We tried to pack as much stuff in as we could.
Sound like y'all did. Y'all went to a bunch of museums and stuff.
We went to the World War II Museum.
Yeah.
That took us 2 days.
Wow. It was like two museums, though, right? It was like one on the side of the road, one on one side of the highway, and the other one on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, it was
something like that.
broken up into different sections. But yeah, it was big and interesting. It was awesome.
You learned some stuff.
I recommend it.
You learned some stuff.
Well, not me personally, because I already know all that stuff,
Yeah,
Jesse.
I got you.
But it was interesting
I got
to
you.
see.
You're a world of knowledge. You're a world of knowledge.
That's
Joe.
right. That's right.
How about the food? Did y'all eat some good food?
Oh my God, it was awesome. Them po' boys, man. I don't think there's a better sandwich. That French bread
Yeah.
that they get. Oh my God. And I had a fried shrimp one,
Yeah.
which that's pretty typical. But I had one. It was called voodoo shrimp.
Mm-hmm. They were kind of spicy.
It was a little spicy, but really it was in a sauce.
Okay.
It was they were fried, so they were crispy, but it was tossed in some sort of, I don't know, voodoo sauce. It was good. And then I got a couple of roast beef ones that had gravy on it.
That
And
sounds good.
both of the ones that I had with those were, oh my God. Awesome.
Now you're speaking my language. Roast beef and gravy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't beat that combo.
No. Anything else, y'all?
I-
Interested?
The gumbo I had was good at every place, of course. Like, you don't sell gumbo that ain't really
Right,
good
right.
in New Orleans.
Y'all get any of those good snowballs they sell in New Orleans?
The
Those snow cones, the snowballs.
No, we didn't. But we did get ice cream at a place that had these homemade waffle cones.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. We went to.
Y'all saw the mighty Mississippi.
Yep. We didn't go on the boat ride though.
I didn't.
No, I think if we would have had a little bit extra time, we would have gone on that. There's like a paddle boat, like a big, old school steamboat,
Oh yeah.
and we did go on the swamp tour in the airboats.
Oh wow, was that cool?
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
It goes pretty fast. It flies
Yeah.
across there.
Yeah. My friend Matt and his family were there, so
Yeah.
that was them four and us four, and it holds 10 people total. So
Oh,
there was two
wow.
people that
That's
we
a big
didn't
boat.
know
Yeah.
up front, and then us 8.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was one of the smaller boats, and we wanted
Wow.
to take the smaller one because it goes faster.
Okay.
The bigger ones are just more, they just kind of tool
Cruising,
around.
Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah, we saw quite a few alligators and all kinds of stuff
Big
in the
cypress
swamp.
trees.
Yep. And then we did, at night, we went on a ghost tour.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd
So
y'all
we had,
go?
it was right downtown.
Really?
Yeah.
Just downtown.
Yeah, it was all around the French Quarter. So some of
Okay.
it was on Bourbon Street, but other streets around. And it's kind of started right on the river.
Yeah.
And so the guy started out telling us, oh, this happened here and this. And anyways, just different buildings
Yeah.
that had things that had
And
happened.
did y'all go into the buildings or not? No.
We did go into one that company that he works for had access to.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
cool. I
one,
didn't know you did that.
back a long time, I think mid 1800s, that place had a courtyard, like apartments or a house that had a courtyard in the middle, and a family had brought in exotic animals to show people, and so that was making them money. And then they brought in like circus type acts, but they said the hauntings of that aren't the people. It was the animals that were mistreated.
Oh wow.
And so they said if you bring a dog around here, like the dog they don't want to
Won't
go.
go in.
They said animals kind of freak out.
Hmm.
But anyways, the ghost stories were all,
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah, we had a good week. The week when you weren't gone, I watched your dog for you.
Yep.
He wasn't doing too bueno.
Beauregard. No, he's
Yeah. So, but
he's
by the
still
time
kicking though.
By the time you got back, though, he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And but you said he's starting to kind of go back to what he was. a little
Yeah,
bit.
he took some medicine and that kind of just helped out with the symptoms.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
probably not much longer for Beauregard.
Yeah.
But he's pretty old.
Yeah. And
We don't know exactly how old, but we've had him for I think 11 years.
Well, that week that you went on your trip, we went and closed on our house.
I know, that's exciting.
And then we kind of had a little mix up with the wire transfer. So we didn't get our keys till Monday. So Monday I go pick up the car. Monday I go pick up the keys.
Yeah.
And I'm driving back, and I'm about half a mile from the house, and something goes whoop in Daphne's car, and it started making this noise. Not like a tapping sound or anything, just like the Cadillac converter or something that was messed up. Like it had a real like a sound to it, like that, like a real funky little sound. It drove fine, not great, but it drove to the house. But we took it to the shop, and they said the motor was done. It
Toast.
Something had broken inside, so maybe the flywheel, crank. I don't know. Something broke.
So
Something
enough of
broke.
that car's
Yeah,
done,
that car's dead. That was Monday, and so we had a rent car. I had a conference in Austin. Pretty interesting. Learned a little bit about behaviors, and then had a little reprieve on Thursday. Just kind of rested because, man, I was tired from that conference. We were
That was a
for
2-day
3 days.
conference.
2 days. We were there for 3, but it was a 2-day conference. And yesterday I had another conference on behavior. Building better behavior was yesterday.
Oh.
And so I
How was
learned a
that
lot
one?
there. That one was actually, I kind of enjoyed that one more than kind of the ones I went to on earlier in the week. Went to a wellness session. Learned a little bit like how to build better habits.
About yourself or for kids?
Basically for yourself.
Okay.
It was for yourself. It was a wellness session to how to work on yourself, and it was how to build better habits.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
do what they say?
yeah. It says 18 to 264 or 284. I can't remember what the days was that it takes to build a habit, and so
A healthy habit.
a healthy habit.
Well,
Not-
I guess it could be a bad
it
habit
could
too.
be a bad
if you're-
habit, but it's not the 21 days like everybody you hear. Well, in 21 days you can build a habit. They say that came from a like a diet person in the 60s, early 1960 or somewhere in there, and he come up with that deal where it's 21 days you could start a new habit, and from there everybody ran with it, and forever it's always been that kind of a deal. At 21 days you can it can become a habit. Well, the
So
lady
that
said
fellow
that
just
wasn't
kind of
true.
made it up?
Yeah, he kind of made it up. There was no scientific research or anything
Huh.
on it. But yeah, like I said, I got a lot out of that one. I really did. I even got up and spoke, and
Cool.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. So
Did they mention that you should eat a lot of brisket and desserts to be healthy?
I did say that I wanted to get a habit of eating better,
So starting
a
tomorrow?
healthy diet. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you consider a healthy diet.
Well, I think
what somebody's healthy diet is doesn't necessarily mean that I think that's my healthy diet, but I'm gonna try starting Monday.
okay.
I
Are
mean,
you
still going to Taco Tuesday. We're still doing Taco
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Maybe
We're
instead
still
of
gonna
getting
do-
beef and chicken, just get chicken.
Yeah, maybe I'll just get chicken.
It's leaner.
Yeah,
And they are really good
yeah.
chicken tacos.
And maybe I'll skip the rice.
Oh,
And
good
just
idea.
Eat tacos.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got to change somewhere or another a little bit. So
This morning when we went to Miller's, I got this egg bowl, they call it. So it just comes with 4 scrambled eggs. And
Yeah.
then you get to put whatever on it.
yeah,
And so I got cheese, bacon, sausage. All protein, basically.
yeah.
Man, it was good. I got full though quick.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
didn't
I'd
eat
be
it
able
all.
I thought I'd be able to scarf that all
3
down.
eggs is a lot of eggs, though.
It's 4 eggs.
4.
Yeah, 4 scrambled
Oh,
eggs.
Shoot, that's a lot of eggs.
Yeah. Anyways, it was delicious.
Yeah, I
They
had
put a lot of sausage on it, more than I expected.
right.
But anyways, it was good.
I
Highly
had-
recommend.
I had my brisket bacon biscuit, or bacon brisket bacon bacon. That's a tongue twister. Bacon brisket biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You kind
I
of made that.
recommend it.
You made that
I made
sandwich
that
up.
up. It's pretty good. I'm thinking I'm gonna put jam on it next time.
Instead of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some.
I think it would go
some
well
jelly on it. Yeah, I think so.
because jelly and that biscuit. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no better combo,
And
really.
I put barbecue sauce on it, but their barbecue sauce is kind of sweet, And that's what I'm looking for, is that kind of a savory, sweet savory.
Yeah.
And maybe the jelly will do that. Yeah.
I wonder if you mix the jelly and the
Maybe.
barbecue sauce.
Maybe. We'll
We
give it a
make some
try.
good barbecue sauce, or Wendy does especially, and with fruit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a pineapple one that's got pineapple and ginger,
Yeah.
and then another one with
Well, we'll have to
peaches,
have a summer party.
and then another one with berries. I can't remember if it was blackberries. Yeah, it was blackberries.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
we
one
might have to
time
have
we
a
kept
party.
the seeds in, and one time we strained it.
No seeds.
No? I think the consensus that time was they liked the seeds better. They liked that
Really?
texture in it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
That's cool.
we'll do seedless.
Yeah.
It's just as easy.
We need to kind of have a little get together for getting out of school. We haven't done that.
I
We
know.
ain't had time.
I know. We've been busy.
So today, like I said, I think today when Daphne's doing an SAT test for the kids at the high school, and she retired
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
And she's still got to go in.
Yeah, she went and turned her papers in and retired, but she had told the lady she would help with the SAT
But this
test.
is kind of a different thing.
Yeah.
This is kind of a contract.
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she retired, and she also got a job. So
That's right.
yeah, she'll start in August, and she's going to be working for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.
I know.
She's going to
And
be a
that
teacher.
sounds exciting.
It is. A lot of people say, "Well, you're going to go work at the prison? That's scary." And
But she's
like,
going to be a teacher at
Yeah.
the prison.
she's like, "No, it's not no scarier than at the high school." She says,
Well, also, I mean, it's a regular school. There's a principal
"Yeah,
and
it's a regular school,
yeah.
but there's guards there in the room, and these guys are just about to get out, and so they're like trying to finish their GED to take their test and all that,
yeah.
and she'll be teaching them
I think she'll like it.
life skills and how to make resumes and GED and stuff like that.
What
So,
about math skills? Balancing checkbooks and
balancing checkbooks, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's looking forward to it. She's really excited. She's gonna get two months off though, and then she'll go start in August.
stuff. Then you'll be rolling in it.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be
Well,
woo,
I mean,
buying.
she's gonna collect a retirement check and a
Yeah.
paycheck, so it'll be pretty good, I guess.
Speaking of that, I might have to borrow money.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know when I'm gonna have money to let you borrow some.
The roofer just left the house.
I needed to borrow some from you, and now
I know.
I'm like, you're gonna have to try to. Yeah, no, it's like pulling, what do you call it, blood out of a turnip with me.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's.
So
I was
anyway.
doing pretty good,
Yeah.
but the thing is, when the insurance company paid for the roof, they paid me a check. Then I gave that money to the roofer, and then you were supposed to get money back for the depreciation value.
Yeah.
But Wendy and I picked the shingles that are like a higher resistance,
Right.
higher hail
Yeah. In case,
damage or whatever.
because the weather here's crazy.
Right. But if you do that, you tell your insurance company that you have and then you got to show them a certificate for like the impact resistant shingles,
Yeah.
and that's like a level 4.
And
or
will
whatever.
that bring your insurance
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Smart.
we picked a more expensive shingle than the insurance company gave money for,
Even though you're gonna.
so we a little out of pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
And so, and the insurance company decided to pay them what they call supplemental stuff, like extra work that they did that they
Yeah.
initially didn't get paid for. So the insurance company did give me the check for that,
Right.
but I thought some of that was for me to keep because of depreciation.
Right.
And then the roofer just now left the house, and he's like, "Oh, you still owe this much." I'm like, "Yikes!"
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I can't say it no more. I can't say you got Joe money.
Joe's in the hole.
Oh my God. We did get an email this week.
Yeah, we
from
got
a-
an email
from a new listener.
What's going on with Jesse and Joe?
Oh,
email?
Jeff. Jeff's a family friend. Really, Daphne's, they met when they lived in Rockwall. But, yeah. Oh, Jeff gave us some suggestions, and we're probably going to look into those.
Yeah.
Maybe look up some good recipes.
Yeah, he said ideas for the episode, like smoking meats or other recipes, or maybe
Yes.
beef jerky.
Yes. And we
said
like
he-
to do all those.
He said he normally goes to a place, but that place closed
Yeah,
down
and he's coming just at the end of the month. They're going to
towards Belton or Temple.
They're coming this way. They're going to stay with us for a day, and then they're going to San Antonio or Austin. I don't know exactly where they're going.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna go get him a goodie basket of L&H jerky, green sausage house jerky, and I don't know which one else, but I'm gonna find something else and see if he likes those.
That L&R is right
L&R,
downtown.
L&H or L&R?
This one's L&R.
Yeah, L&R. My bad. That's the one that the Oguses bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know them, and we've been there before quite often.
Yeah.
But now that they own it,
It's the same.
we might
went
even go
by
more
there.
often.
I went by the other day and picked up some sausage. They got some really good sausage.
I know. They were kind enough to supply the teachers during Teacher Appreciation
Yes,
Day.
they did.
And
They
man,
fed
it
us.
was good.
They fed us. But yeah, they still have the same jerky, the same summer sausage, all that. And so I'll probably go get him a goodie basket and let him try my jerky that I like from around here.
Yeah. I'm
And-
sure he's
and-
going to be stoked about that.
And he might have a new supplier.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this episode. It will ruin the surprise.
Oh well, if it does, it does.
He said he's starting episode 5
Yeah, he's been through 4, I think.
as of last week though. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he might get there. Maybe.
uh-oh.
Well, hi, Jeff. And there's your surprise.
Uh-oh. Cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we usually go stay with them in the summertime for a day or two. And they have a nice pool, good porch, sitting area. And Daphne and his wife will just sit in the pool all day. They just stand out there in the pool all day. They're not swimming.
Not you.
They're just out there talking. Oh, no. I don't do water.
No?
No. I like the bathtub. That's about it.
Oh, that's right.
But, yeah. No, they're out there just standing in the water.
What about a couple of laps for exercise?
Nah, I don't know. I swim like a rock.
Oh. I mean,
I can swim to save my life, but I don't swim to have, like, for exercise. Maybe I go to swim school. Maybe I need to go to that swim place down the street from the school.
oh yeah, over
Learn
in
how to
Temple.
swim real. I never learned how to swim.
I want the boys to go. I mean, they've learned from just us
You're right.
in pools or
Right.
or when we go to Hawaii, but
I don't float.
well,
I don't know how to float. That's my problem. I've never been able to float.
you got to be still.
I know.
You got to lay still, lay back.
You would think I could float. I'm full of air.
Maybe inflate your lungs more, like, be
Yeah.
buoyant with them
Well,
lungs.
you would think I would be really buoyant. But
Maybe.
But I'm really rockish. I just go straight down. don't know.
Well, you got to move your arms and legs a little more to not
Yeah.
sink.
I just need somebody to show me.
Yeah.
I'm scared of the water, honestly.
Don't be scared if you can stand in it.
I know, but I'm just scared of it in a way. I panic a little bit.
Well, it is impossible to breathe underwater.
They used to try to drown me in the water, when I was a kid.
That's why.
And I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared of water.
You can overcome it though.
Yeah, I mean, I do, because I will go out there.
Face your fears.
I will go in there and go in the water. I can swim under. I can swim. I just cannot swim on top. I can't float.
That's okay. We'll work on it.
Yeah, maybe.
It'll be part of your good habits.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
healthy.
my first habit is going to be exercise.
That is a great exercise. It's a whole body.
I know, but as soon as we get moved in, I'm going to walk our block. I'm going to start with our block.
Okay.
And me and my dog, Bendy, she's a little overweight herself. She's hasn't been chasing cows in a few years, so she's put on the pounds like I have, because we both haven't been chasing cows.
Yeah.
And so we need to work on our
Are you going to,
exercise.
after you walk for a while, you going to start jogging?
My joints are bad. I don't know.
Why you look at me like that? You're like, are you crazy?
My joints hurt. But maybe losing some weight would help,
Yeah.
but they still, man, I might jog slow. I mean, that jogging is slow jogging.
Like
but,
this morning, you and I went to
yeah.
breakfast.
I might walk fast. I might do the fast walk.
Yeah. Anything's got to,
Yeah.
you got to get your heart rate up.
Get my heart rate up, yeah.
But we were on our way to
I could
breakfast.
put a pretty good looking girl in front. I could get my heart rate up like that, just walk normal.
Well, what if she starts walking faster? Then you have
I
to
gotta
walk
keep
fast.
up.
Yeah, you got to keep up.
Yeah, keep up. But yeah.
Well, you and I, when we ate breakfast this morning, we left the house about 7:15.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
there was this guy on the road. I mean, there was a ton of walkers
There
and
was a
joggers
bunch
and
of
runners,
walkers.
but one guy,
Oh man, I told you he was a Marine or
he's
something.
sprinting.
I said he wasn't no Army. That
No.
dude was Marine.
And he wasn't just sprinting to get across the road. I
Yeah.
mean, this dude was like running.
You could tell he's military though.
Yeah.
And he was. I promise you, he was. He wasn't Army or Air Force. He was base. I bet he was.
You don't
dollar.
think us Air Force guys
was-
can run?
Heck no, that guy was Marine all the way. He was intense.
He looked Marine-ish.
He was intense.
Yeah.
He had an intense look to his run. Yeah,
I said overachiever.
overachiever.
I don't mean that, though. Good for him.
Yeah, good.
I'm
Oh,
just-
man, I wish I could do
I'm
it.
just jealous, yeah.
I
wish
am
I
too.
could get up and be
I am
running every
too.
morning.
Anything else going on in the news you know anything about today?
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't even know if I want to talk about it. Not necessarily bad stuff, but there's all kinds of stuff going on.
My kids got me interested into this Austin serial killer. Supposedly, the cops, the government there, nobody's been called in. No FBI.
Before you mentioned it, I had not.
You had never
ever
heard of it, right?
No.
Because they're kind of keeping it on the down low. They're not putting it out there. But they got they found like over 30 bodies in the last 3 years
In the lake.
Lady Bird Johnson Lake. Yeah. Just men. All men.
But
dead.
their claim is,
All drownings.
well, they had either a drug overdose or some other thing.
Yeah. They were
or
drunk. They walked
yeah.
out in the water. They were on 6th Street and just kept on walking and ran into the lake. I mean, come on. I mean, you honestly believe that?
It sounds suspicious.
Sounds suspicious. And they
That's
got
a lot.
name for him.
That's a lot of.
I can't remember what the name for him, but they call it some kind of ripper.
Oh, something Ripper. yeah.
Riley Street or Ripley Street or something. Yeah, let me see. I got it right
That's
here.
crazy though.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's crazy that it's kind of on the down low. I never heard of it. But then I was listening to the news the other day, and I heard it on the news. So I guess it's kind of getting more people are bringing it up. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, they call him the Rainy Street Ripper.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Well, hopefully it's just people with overreacting or having a imagination, and it is not really the case.
I don't
Because
know.
nobody wants a serial killer on the loose.
I don't know.
Because if over 3 years, 38 bodies.
This one here. I mean, maybe there's different reports, and sometimes they're. I mean, like right here it says 19 bodies pulled from the lake in 3 years, and then I read another one that said 30 some odd bodies. So, but
The
still,
one we saw earlier said like 38.
38 or something. But this
Yeah.
one says only 19. So, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense though. Because right here it says over 3 dozen bodies have been found in and around Ladybird Lake. So,
Well, 3
Well,
dozen
maybe-
is 36. So.
yeah, exactly. So, and of all of them, only 2 were teenagers. So, yeah. The deaths were mainly accidental drownings. Second was suicide, as well as drug overdoses and natural causes. So, but yeah.
Still, 3 dozen in 3 years. I mean, by my math, that's a dozen
Yeah.
a year. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I understand it. I mean, if I lived in Austin, I'd probably want to go kill myself too.
Don't say that.
Well, I mean, Austin.
You know how many how many bodies they should be pulling out of lakes? None.
Yeah.
And they act like, oh, it's just,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's
Yeah,
natural
they're not
causes.
doing anything about it. Like they're not really investigating. They're just saying it's all these other things. But there are people out there thinking it's, conspiracy people, I guess is what they are, but you never know.
Well, hopefully it's not the case.
Hopefully.
But if it is the case, hopefully they bring in some Criminal Mind type people.
Yeah, Criminal Minds, yes.
Catch this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or girl. Maybe it's some sort of
Yeah, lady killing all these men.
estranged.
Because it's men.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's been women. I believe mostly men. So that's what makes it kind of unusual.
So the profilers could use that.
Yeah. But there's not that many women serial killers.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I mean, I don't. I know that.
Or
one.
maybe they're just really good.
And
we
they don't
never-
ever get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
What else is going on, Jesse?
Well, I don't know, Joe.
I got homework to do.
I gotta go. We gotta go buy a new car today or tomorrow.
I know.
We gotta go to a couple of dealerships today as soon as Daphne gets out of that.
I've picked out a couple for you.
Oh yeah, I want to get a Kia, and Joe said, "Don't get a Kia.
You don't want.
You don't get a Kia. That's like you're a grown up." I'm like, Joe, I don't want a BMW. I don't want a.
I didn't
an
say you
Audi.
had to get a BMW.
I don't want an Audi, Joe.
Look
I
at
mean,
this, 2002 Volkswagen Tiguan.
Okay, I can go Volkswagen. That's as close as
21,
fancy I can
21 grand.
Yeah.
That's not going to break the bank.
get. No,
It's a good, reliable car. 22 Buick Envision. Is that how you say that? Envision? Same price.
yeah.
It's a 2022 for like
So
20.
you're saying
22.
Buick is more luxury?
Buicks are nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the reliability if they got the same
Yeah.
as the Volkswagen, but I mean they're nice cars.
But I mean, when I looked up reliability, Kia Sportage was in there, dude. You know,
you don't want that. You need to read some different reviews.
or I might go Toyota Rav4.
I like those.
Yeah, you say your dad has one of those.
Yep. There's a 21 Volkswagen Tiguan, but this is the premium R line,
Yeah.
22,000. So it's
Woo.
1 year older.
But 1,000 more because it's more luxurious.
Yeah, yeah. It's got
luxurious.
yeah.
as they would say.
Well, it's got some, extra stuff on it, or it might be lower miles.
Yeah.
Usually that's what makes the price difference.
we're
is
gonna
the
go-
amount of miles.
Go here onto the loop over here.
Go
and
down to Austin.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been in Austin all week.
Well, it's like 45-minute drive to save yourself
You
money
think?
and get.
You think?
You know how many cars there's to choose from down there?
At the dealerships?
Any car lot. It's not necessarily dealerships, but car lots. There's a ton of them.
You trust them car lots?
Who else are you gonna do? I mean, you gonna trust somebody that's got it in their garage?
Well, I mean, you get what do you call them? Certified used cars from the
Yeah.
dealerships.
Yeah, that's what these are.
That's I like those because they carry more. Some of those carry those warranties with them and stuff like that.
Well, these 22s, they still have factory warranty left on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But they've also run the Carfax, and they've gone over
Yeah.
it. Somebody in their garage. I mean, you don't know if that was a
No.
flood car or.
No, I did I looked at a good Sportage yesterday and a Rav4 that had good Carfaxes on them. That showed all the oil changes. A Rav4 here in town at one of the dealerships, or in Killeen. That guy didn't miss it. And the oil changes were here in Belton at the Quick Lube,
Okay.
and it was in there in the Carfax like clockwork, and all the maintenances they would take it into the shop and do the 10,000 mile maintenance, 20,000 to one. What he did all of the maintenance on them too. So I bet that one is in good shape.
And what
if it's
was
still
that one?
there. A Toyota Rav4
RAV4?
in Killeen.
What year was that?
I think it was a 20. I'm not 100% sure. It was in Killeen though. I know that. So, yeah. So I know that's what we're doing today because we got to get a car, and I got to take this rent car back to Josh. Shout out to Josh at Avis,
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Waco. Yes,
He hooks us up.
yes, he does. Yes, I don't know if he listens, but if anybody needs a rent car,
He said he did,
he did.
but maybe that was like episode 1 and 2,
Well,
and then he.
He might if he's listening. If he does listen, I mean, he's dang sure gonna know we talk about him. So I appreciate you, Josh. I know I done told you that a million times.
He
Yeah,
also said
I
he'd
do.
like to sit here and be the producer.
Well, we need a producer
Yeah.
one of these days. We get big. Maybe our Force 10 studios would need to get a little bigger
Yeah.
to be able to house all these
Not
people.
with-
But
Forced in the hole from
Yeah.
this roof he put on the house.
yeah, no, it's that big old freaking copper tub that puts you in the hole.
No.
Yeah,
I pay for that monthly
Yeah,
over
I
the
know.
course of the year, interest free.
I know.
And to
I
be
know.
honest with you, it's almost paid off. I mean, it's over half paid off. I'm only going to owe a couple more months because I pay a little extra
All
every
right.
month.
All right. Well, I'm excited. We're kind of need to start moving into the house too.
Yeah.
We haven't done
Oh,
that
look
yet.
at this Buick Enclave. 2020. 15,000. High miles though.
Yeah. I don't want anything with high miles. 30, 40 probably max.
Okay.
You know. So.
You need to go down to Austin, North Austin at least.
Oh,
What? It's not that bad of a
I'll go
drive.
as far as Round Rock.
Okay. Then you're going to be missing out. Round Rock, I'm sure, has a couple of good places to get cars from too, but
Yeah. We'll see.
you need to take me with you. How about we do that?
No, I'm just taking you with you because before I get done, I'd have a Mercedes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You
I heard
Y'all are
Mercedes.
grown folks.
I heard Mercedes kind of has a fair amount of
Yeah.
issues.
Y'all are grown folks. I'm like, yeah. I don't want that grown folks, regular maintenance cost $500.
But over the course of years, that $500 isn't that
I don't
bad.
know, Joe. I don't know. But anyway, we definitely going to go get us a car. Preferably a Kia Sportage. It's up to Daphne, though. I mean, it's her. The ultimate deal, the last thing.
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, she's what's going to be driving it. She's going to be driving 35 miles a day, 70 miles round trip. Needs something that she can put some miles on. It's going to get good fuel mileage.
Yeah.
You know?
All the more reason to get a nice car. If your commute was
All cars are nice, Joe.
no, if it was a commute was like 4 miles, okay,
Oh, my God.
get whatever, But
Okay.
your butt's going to be in that
We agree to
seat.
disagree.
I mean, that's a better reason because that's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
You want to
It
be
is.
surrounded by nice things and comfortable seats
It's
and
open
something
miles,
that's
too.
safe.
Highway. No stopping. Just highway miles. So, she probably get one to get her about 30 miles to the gallon. That would, use a couple of gallons a day. That'd be pretty nice.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the nice cars get decent gas mileage.
Maybe we should get a Suzuki. Or a Mitsubishi.
No. Well, I don't know. Some Mitsubishis aren't too bad, and there's a Mazda that's
The Mazda CX-5.
Yeah.
CX-5.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I do know that. So that's another one. Mazda. I looked at 5.0. It was 5.0.
the CRV,
CRV,
RAV4,
RAV4,
Tiguan,
the Sportage,
Atlas,
the Sportage.
Q5,
Oh, whatever.
X5.
X5. Yeah.
There was an X5 that looked really good.
a BMW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had Joe money, I definitely would do
They're
it.
used. They're not
I
bad.
would jump on it. I
No,
would
they're
jump on it.
very reasonably
Yeah,
priced.
it's used, but then something goes wrong with it right away. And then we're like,
No, it's under warranty.
oh, it's going to cost like $5,000.
It's not $5,000.
It only costs $15,000.
No,
I
no,
got
no,
to pay
no, no.
$5,000 to fix. What?
It doesn't work like that.
Man, my luck, that's how it works. I got crappy luck, dude. Crappy luck. You see how I
No.
went there? Crappy luck, Joe. I normally would have said, you know what I would have said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
itty luck. But I said crappy instead of the itty
yeah,
with the sh in front of it.
but it's all the same. It's
Yeah.
all. It's all
What?
the same.
What, crappy luck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, I don't know. You got homework to do. You say you weren't going to procrastinate either.
I know.
What are we doing over here? You're procrastinating. We're doing a podcast instead of you doing your homework.
I did homework yesterday and the day before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I
That's
read
good.
some short stories
Yeah.
by Edgar Allan Poe.
You told me those short stories.
That dude was a little demented, I think.
He was wacko. I think he was on like some LSD or something. He was on some psychotics.
I don't think they had LSD back then.
they had something where they could get on some psychotic stuff,
Some psychedelic, you mean?
psychedelic hallucination stuff.
Opium,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. He was a wackadoo.
opium or perhaps mushrooms, but I don't think those were very prevalent in the
Yeah,
mid 1800s.
he was a wackadoo.
I mean, opium was, but I don't think on the East Coast.
But I would think like opium, you really
It was
couldn't.
in Britain
You couldn't function, could
and
you? You'd
China.
be like a good dose of opium. You'd be wanting to chill, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it works. I'm
would
sure
be
you
walking
could just.
around looking at rainbows.
I'm sure you could take a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like he was walking around looking at, seeing things and stuff.
No, he was very busy. He wrote for a paper. He was a critic for other authors, and he
Okay.
was popping out.
But just the way he died, though, is what has me all
Yeah,
wondering about the drug stuff.
I think he was just probably drunk.
You think he was just drunk?
Yeah, he was outside of a bar, and they said he had somebody else's clothes on. Couldn't really speak. They asked him his name. He did say Edgar Allan Poe, but they said he was kind of talking gibberish, and then passed away not long after
Very
that.
interesting. Died early, like in his 40s, right?
I think 40 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's young. Especially those days.
Yeah.
That was still young.
Yeah, he kind of had a messed up life. His mom died when he was real young. I think if I remember right, she died when she was 24, and then he got married, and his wife died when she was 24. Died young. And so I don't know. He probably just didn't get over a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
But he wrote a lot of weird stuff. You know what? He wrote these series of mysteries, and the person solving the mysteries didn't really work for the police department, but he was like a detective, and he used his surroundings and was very observant and helped the cops solve these murder mysteries. Basically, the Sherlock Holmes before Sherlock Holmes.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
or,
he
or,
kind of
or a CSI guy.
Yeah.
Before CSI.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, he kind of invented the murder mystery genre.
Yeah.
And and same thing with the dark. Like he wrote some kind of weird dark stuff.
Yeah.
And he was kind of the first to do that.
Yeah.
But people loved it. They ate it up.
Yeah. How about your man Trump? Him and Elon ain't happy.
Oh,
They're
I think that's okay.
Having a little divorce.
Well, I think they're two people that are kind of set in what they think.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to say it. And so you just get two guys with differing opinions saying it publicly.
Yeah.
On social media.
Yeah, you know, you saw where Elon said Trump was on the Epstein list. There's a lot of people on the Epstein list. Doesn't mean, they know he was on the list. I mean, but on the list, they say his family flew on his plane like 7 different times.
Yeah.
But that's a known fact. I mean.
But he also distanced himself from him.
Yes.
Quite publicly.
Right.
So, I mean, there's no one thinks that he did he's not Bill Clinton.
Yeah, exactly. Bill Clinton was on the View the other day with those women.
Oh, yeah.
You reckon those women were safe with Bill Clinton around?
Oh, yeah. They way too old for him.
He was, yeah.
You remember that note from that lady? He likes him young.
Yeah, exactly. He talking about Biden. He was saying how Biden was, that he never saw it, the decline. That Biden was with it, the whole time, and that the only reason why he didn't do good at that debate because he was tired. He had flown to Europe and gone to California, and he'd been sick, and making all kinds of excuses for him.
Does he not ever watch the news?
Evidently not.
Oh my gosh.
Well, nobody watches the news anymore, do they? I mean, honestly,
not really.
I don't think so.
I mean, the last time I turned on like a local news channel?
I turned it on just to watch the weather one time when the weather was getting bad.
That's what I was just going to say. If the weather looks tornado-ish, I'll turn on the weather.
That's the only time.
The channel, because I know, even if it's not news time, like the weather guy will come up.
Yeah. Or they'll be on all night long when it's really bad here.
But I mean, just to get news.
Yeah.
Do you turn on the news to get the news? Not me.
No.
Now the media is more like podcasters. Do you think we're part of the media?
I think so. This is a medium.
Yeah.
I think so.
Huh. We should get a press pass.
We should. That'd be awesome.
We could wear hats and have our little pass tucked inside the hats.
We could go to any event we want to.
Yeah.
Hey, we could go walk the red carpet somewhere.
We're part of the press.
We're the press.
That's right.
We could interview people.
What's going on with Jesse and Joe? We're the media.
We're with the podcast Jesse and Joe. And we could talk to those music stars and stuff on the red carpet. That'd be pretty cool, Joe.
That's right.
About that.
Well, I'm gonna write that down on my list of things to do.
But to go back on the Musk and Trump thing, I think it could be a ploy too. I think it could be.
You think they're just messing with people?
I think they're just messing with people. I think they're going to be lovey-dovey again here soon. I just think it's a ploy.
Well, I agree with Elon. I mean, the spending is too much, and
Yeah.
the fiscal conservatives in the House and the Senate, they're not fans of all that stuff that's getting spent.
Yeah.
You know, but if you want your stuff to get passed, you have to deal with stuff you don't like.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some stuff in there that some people aren't going to like, but it's just the only way you can get things passed. That's the way it works.
I know.
And they did as good as they could do.
Yeah.
And, that's just.
But here's another thing. I think the way Trump's looking at it, when you get those tax cuts, to make his tax cuts permanent, because if they're going to expire
Yeah.
pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
So I think in 26 or
Yeah.
whatever it is. But if they expire, that means we all get taxed way higher.
Yeah.
But if they're permanent, that's going to help out the economy. Also, with the tips,
No tax on tips.
no tax on tips,
Yeah.
overtime.
Yeah.
Overtime's going to help this family
And
out.
Social Security.
And it's going to lower in Social Security.
Yeah.
I don't think there's not going to be any. It's just going to lower for certain brackets.
Yeah.
But with that money that we're not being taxed and we spend it,
Yeah.
that boosts the economy. It boosts consumer spending,
Oh, yeah.
which that
Man.
itself is going to raise
I can
Tax-
only imagine.
revenue, right? So if you and I spend more money because we're not taxed as much,
Yeah.
and we go to downtown, now those people have a higher income. They're going to pay more in taxes, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So even though the percentage of we're being taxed less, boosting the economy will increase the United States
Man.
coffers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. When I was in the oil field, I had 80 to 90 hours of overtime.
In 1 week or 2 week?
2 weeks.
2 week time.
Can you
I was going
imagine?
to say there ain't enough that hours to do that.
Can you imagine?
Oh yeah.
And not get taxed on that? 'Cause, man, we got taxed to death.
Wendy gets overtime at the airport,
Yeah.
and she has the option to take it as overtime or as comp time.
Yeah.
But she chooses comp time because before she chose overtime,
Yeah.
and with the taxes of taxing that overtime hours, she was getting very little back. I mean, it was just barely over what her normal check would have been.
Right. Right.
So she's working these extra hours to really not even see
Yeah. No,
much
it's
difference.
the truth. Yeah, it's the truth.
So if that gets passed, that'll help out a lot. And like I said, when they did these tax cuts in the 80s,
Yeah.
the income that America got in tax revenue increased. Even though they charged people less, they got more. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but
Yeah.
I think that's what Trump's banking on.
It was easier to live in the 80s than it is now, money-wise.
True. I mean,
The dollar was worth more. Dollar was a dollar.
well,
I mean, you could take $20. You went a long ways in $20.
that's true, but that's all relative, right? Because even a high dollar salary was like 40 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
$20 hurt more if your family income was 40 grand.
Yeah.
Now family income has to be
80.
yeah.
Double, basically. I don't know. We're just talking.
But also
hypothetically here. We're not
homes
looking. we're
homes
not
were
talking
cheaper,
scientifically.
but homes interest rates back in the day were 12-13%.
Yeah.
So I mean, even though your house only cost, let's say, 60,000,
Yeah.
your interest rate was a lot. So you end up paying over the course of 30 years.
30 years. Yeah.
I wonder how easy it was for people to buy houses almost outright.
I don't know.
You know, if you put up a down payment like back then,
Yeah.
or would everybody still have
Well,
to be
I
taking
think-
out a
I think
30-year
our
loan?
interest rate's 7%.
Right now?
I feel like that's high.
It's a bit high.
But I mean, I think it's pretty good too. For now,
You can always refinance when it
I
comes
am.
down. Yeah.
I am. But yeah, I don't think it's a good time to buy right now, honestly. But we needed to buy.
Well, yeah, whatever your payments are, you're going to be putting into equity instead of somebody else's equity
Yeah.
if you're paying rent.
Yeah. So, and I keep referring back to your buddy out there in Saudi Arabia. I keep walking back.
Oh,
I keep leaning
Rashid.
back.
He's in
yeah.
the UAE,
UAE. Okay, he's in United Arabic, right? Or what is it called?
United Arab Emirates.
Emirates. That's it. Yeah. Anyway, where he's at, I keep sitting back, and then I got to go back to the mic.
Yeah.
You know, because thank you for that, because I'm catching myself. Just FYI, if you hear me going back and forth, getting louder, getting softer, it's because
You naturally want to
lean back.
Yeah, you want to talk from back here.
Yeah, exactly. But lean back.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
It's okay. We're still learning.
Yeah, we're learning this deal.
Or maybe when you lean back, you bring the mic because it's movable. You can just go.
But it won't stay. But I guess I could do that. Lean back and hold it like this.
Oh, it won't stay?
No, it won't stay.
Oh, yeah. It wants to creep.
It wants to creep, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if I lean back, though, I'd probably fall asleep.
Don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
We got work to do.
I know.
We're part of the media.
Part of the media.
We got to let people know what's going on.
With Jesse and Joe. Let them know.
Oh, speaking of our song, we're trying to get that
Yeah, try and get a TikTok dance.
digitized where I can put it on Spotify,
Yeah,
just
but
the song.
We're trying to get it to, get us a TikTok dance, too.
That reminds me, I might
girls,
try that today
some
because
kitties.
I already paid for this program called DistroKid,
Yeah.
but they want you to upload it as a WAV file.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to take the MP3.
I can do that in an instant.
Yeah,
All
I
you
mean,
gotta do is ask me.
I can too on the laptop. I can't
Yeah,
do it on my phone.
I can do it right now, whenever,
I mean, I could do it on my phone. I researched it,
Yeah.
but I need programs.
I
On a
got it.
laptop, you can save as.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it to me as a wave,
Okay.
and then I'll use my DistroKid.
Okay. I think I even have it as a wave already.
Okay.
I might.
And then I'll
just go
upload
through
it
all
to
my list.
Spotify, and people can download it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, hopefully people will be willing to pay 99 cents.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's got a good beat.
it's groovy, and they
Yeah.
could put it on their TikTok
Yeah.
and make a little dance
Yeah. TikTok dance.
or whatever. And I think it's going to be fun. There's already people that have heard it, and they do want to do the TikTok dance to it,
Yeah. I got a friend of mine calling me from San Antonio. He had surgery yesterday. He's in ICU.
Uh-oh.
Or he's not. He's in intermediate care right now.
Okay.
He's calling me. He got a new kidney.
No way.
Been on dialysis for a good while.
Oh, my goodness.
And a lady, a stranger, matched him,
No way.
and he got a kidney. I don't know if it was early this morning or late yesterday, but he's awake. He's calling me, and so his name's we call him Big Richard. He used to be a big guy. He's not as big guy no more. We used to call him Big Richard because my Uncle Richard was little, short, so we called him Little Richard, Big Richard, and he's just calling. I'll call him back when we get done. So.
Well,
yeah.
that must mean he made it.
Yeah.
Unless somebody else is calling you on his phone.
No, he's going to be, they said, in that intermediate care or ICU, whatever, for 2 or 3 days.
I think it's probably intermediate. ICU's worse.
I think it's intermediate care.
Yeah.
So, I'll call him as soon as we get off the deal. I'm excited for him.
Yeah,
I wanted to do it. I wanted to go get tested, But then again, my doctor was scaring me about my kidneys because they weren't very good, the filtration rate and all that.
Yeah.
But I got all that up with my water. But it scared me that maybe my kidneys were getting bad, and then I give away a kidney, and then one kidney goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I had to explain that. He understood, because I told him, I said, I want to go get tested, because it'd been my luck. I probably would have matched him. I'm just not lucky. Like, nope, you're too bad. You're not a match. No. I would have probably been a match,
So you wanted to get tested in hopes that
in
you
hopes
would not.
that I would not. Yeah, because it's scary, and like I said,
But then you
my
could
doctor
say-
scared the hell out of me on my kidneys.
Then you could say, I tried.
yeah, I could say I tried. Yeah, exactly. I could be a good guy and
Yeah.
try, but I had to be a coward and say I chickened out.
Well, no, I mean.
But I had reason.
In your case with those numbers.
Yeah.
You want both of
My doctor
them.
put me on a 3rd stage for kidney, whatever the hell that means. It
Yeah.
scared me.
Yeah.
She's backed me off.
Are you still drinking a lot of water?
Oh man, yeah.
I got water right now. I'm going to take a little drink.
I still drink, I mean, I might as well. I don't know why I don't say half a gallon of water a day, but those bottles say liters on them. I don't live in England, but I drink 2 liters of water a day.
I think that's about.
It's a little over 2 gallons. I mean, a half a gallon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I wish I could get to a gallon.
Oh, what? That's a lot.
A gallon of water a day. That's a lot of water. I think I could maybe get to 3 liters. I don't think I could ever get to the full gallon. 3 quarts.
Okay, so we know that a gallon is 128 ounces.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see what 3 liters are.
Do the math, Joe.
That's I'm not doing the math for that. I don't know liters. My phone says it's 101 ounces.
101 ounces.
So you're 27 ounces shy of a gallon.
Of a gallon. Okay.
You think you can get to 3 liters?
I think I can get 3 liters. I mean, the bottle says liters. Well, I don't know why the bottle says liters. Why don't it just say...
I don't know. Maybe it was bottled in Mexico.
Maybe. No, it's bottled in Navasota, Texas. It's Chuck Norris water. I like that Chuck Norris water.
Does it say in parentheses how many ounces?
Yeah, it does. It does, but mainly says 1 liter, and then it's over here to the side. It says ounces.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they do that.
I don't either.
We need to just go by the what's it called? Imperial.
The yes.
Or standard.
Standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I'm sure Jeff knows. He knows everything. He's listening. He's gonna dang sure send us an email, criticize us or critique us. Right, Jeff?
Well,
but
I just think it's the rest of the world should get on the same page as the U.S.
I think so too.
Especially when it comes to Fahrenheit and Celsius, which we've already gone over that on this podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan either.
You want to know a fun fact?
What's a fun fact, Joe?
When the Fahrenheit scale goes down,
yeah,
and the Celsius scale goes down, they'll both get into the negatives, right?
Okay.
But they don't go down parallel. Does that make sense? Can you imagine the line?
Yeah, I can imagine it. Yeah.
So the Fahrenheit goes down at a somewhat steeper of a rate, right?
Yeah.
Do you know negative 40 Celsius is the same as negative 40 Fahrenheit? That's where they cross.
Oh, wow.
So if somebody tells you the temperature outside is negative 40,
okay,
they shouldn't say Fahrenheit or Celsius. It's just negative 40.
Huh.
And where you'll find that temperature is probably at altitude and in an aircraft. So if you're flying around upstairs, you're like that flight level is probably 35,000 feet. You're probably looking at negative 40.
Cool. Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a little fun fact. Negative 40 is negative 40.
Well, if you gave a fun fact, I'm going to give us our dad joke for the day.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right. Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication?
I don't know. Why?
For Hispanic attacks.
Hispanic attacks. His panic attacks.
Hispanic attacks.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. How about that?
That's good.
Dad
Oh, you
joke?
know what? I heard a couple of jokes from the kids at middle school, and I can't think of them. If I think next podcast, I'll try
we
to
need at least do one every podcast.
because one of them was funny.
Yeah.
Funnier than I expected, actually. Like he
Yeah.
hit me with a good one, and I was like, it's actually really good.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we'll do. You come up with one, I come up with one.
Okay.
And see if we can make each other laugh.
Okay.
So
So the goal is to not laugh.
the goal is to not laugh. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to come up with multiple then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean, I could hit you with one,
Yeah.
even though it's funny. I think you can hold off a laugh
Yeah.
if it's just one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe just
I think
maybe
that's a
just
good-
take a couple of dad jokes and we'll be good.
Who doesn't like to hear
Who
a couple
doesn't
of dad
like a
jokes?
couple of dad jokes? Right. Exactly. So
Also, in the email we got
I've been saving that one for 2
from
weeks.
from your buddy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks some ideas for the podcast should be some recipes,
Yeah.
some barbecue recipes,
Right.
or
Any
or
kind of
some
recipes,
stuff like
you
that.
know? That wing recipe you got.
Yeah,
That sauce. Oh my God. That sauce is amazing.
yeah. I'll I'll write it down.
Yeah, that wing sauce you put on there. Woo, that's good.
Yeah, it's Korean style
Yeah,
because it's got gochujang.
and I'm not one to try some things like that, but that stuff
Well, I'm glad you tried it.
is the shiznick.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
We got that from a TV show that we saw, and we're like, man, they look really good. And really, we wanted the technique of how they fry it. They do double fry, but also they add a little cornstarch to make them super crispy.
Yeah. Oh,
and
man,
we're
that
like, okay, we'll
crunch.
try this sauce, this time.
Yeah.
But really, we figured we could cook the wings like that, and then add whatever sauce we wanted, right? Some hot
Yeah.
wing or barbecue or whatever.
Right. No, that's the bomb.
But yeah, we tried that Korean. I think we added honey, and the recipe didn't call for whatever it was. Like there was a couple things that we put in there.
yeah. Well,
that the
made it
original-
yours. Whatever.
Yeah, but we don't stop making it that way.
No.
We just keep doing the Korean style because
Oh,
it's
man.
good.
Yeah. Definitely good.
So I'll
It's
get
my-
that.
It's one of my favorite things to come here.
Also,
snack on when you-
that chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Okay.
It's different than most, and I got that from TV too.
What's different about it?
You use brown butter. You cook the butter on the stovetop, and you
Oh.
it's just before it gets burnt.
Does it make the cookies like a richer taste?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And so the ratio from white sugar to brown sugar is different.
Yeah.
And instead of using like 1 or 2 whole eggs, you use, I think, 1 whole egg and then an extra yolk.
Whoa.
So the yolk also makes it a little richer.
Okay.
And then every time I've done it, I think I make them a little too big.
Yeah.
And so this time I'm like, okay, and I weigh everything out on my little digital scale. And so I'm like, okay, I'll go a little smaller this time. And they end up getting. Anyways, you got to whip the butter and the sugar with a whisk.
Yeah.
And then let it sit, and then whip it again. Let it sit. We'll whip it again. You need to incorporate a lot of air into it
Okay.
before you put in the. Anyways, I'll give that recipe.
Yeah.
But
You
it's
ever make
super
those
good.
again? Make me a batch that's just a little bit more cooked.
Okay. Crispy.
I like cookies that are crispy or just almost burnt.
Okay.
Just really done.
Okay.
Like extra done.
Julie from work, or she used to work there.
Yeah.
At school, she likes them a little undercooked.
I like them the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'll
like 'em.
have to do same batch, half
I'll-
a little overcooked, half a little
I'll go
undercooked.
I'll go to cookie places and I say, hey, you got any burnt cookies? I mean, I ask them, they go, we don't sell burnt cookies. I'm like, well, you got any that accidentally burnt? That's the ones I want. So
You get a little of that.
I like the burnt taste anyway.
It's they call the Maillard reaction.
Oh wow, didn't know there was something to that.
Yeah, it's like when you sear a steak
Yeah,
and you get that real dark crispy on
Yeah.
the searing part of the steak.
yeah.
Yeah, that reaction
Okay.
is that
Well, I like
Maillard
that
reaction.
on a cookie because it's sweet
Yeah.
and the chocolate chip or whatever, and the cookie's sweet. But that
Maybe I get my terms mixed up. Maillard
Yeah.
reaction might be if it's on a protein.
yeah,
I think if it's a sugar, it's caramelized.
whatever it is, I like it. I
Okay.
definitely like it. So yeah, Joe, if you're making cookies anytime soon, wink, wink. But I know you're busy with your schoolwork.
I told myself now that we're not in school anymore, and I have
Yeah.
time to bake some bread and cookies
Yeah, we
and
need
stuff.
to play a little Alice Cooper. School's out for summer. Da-da. You familiar with that one, Joe?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
No, okay, I was right. The Maillard reaction
Maillard.
could be sugar or protein.
Okay. Well, I
it's
like
the chemical reaction between amino acids reducing the sugars that occurs when food is heated, resulting in browning,
that. Okay.
flavor, and aroma development. It's a complex process. Blah blah blah. Okay, but anyways, that's a term for the day.
Yeah,
The
there we go.
Maillard reaction.
We had a little learning today.
After you brown a steak in the pan and
Yeah.
you sear it, you get that Maillard reaction. You ever see those brown bits on the bottom?
Yeah.
That's called fond.
Fond.
Fond. Yeah.
Okay.
And when you deglaze it with a little water or wine or whatever you're
Yeah.
deglazing it with, you get those brown bits up. That's
Yeah.
really intense flavor because of the Maillard reaction.
Huh. Wow. Okay. Well, we learned something today.
Yeah.
Little did we know. So.
I like throwing out some terms
Yeah,
that
you
you don't
do.
hear very often. Last episode, we said the word sundries.
Yeah, sundries.
And I thought that word's not
People
used
don't
much
use that
anymore.
word anymore. So, all right. Well, you got anything else to say before we get out of here?
I don't think so. I
don't
think I'm
either.
going to do some homework the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet the kids at our new house. They haven't seen it yet, so
Oh.
I'm gonna go.
I haven't seen the inside.
Yeah,
I've only
you
done
need
a
to come by.
drive-by.
Yeah, you need to come by. But I'm gonna take I'm gonna go right now to go show the kids the house.
Don't forget to call your buddy with a new kidney.
And I'm gonna call him on the way.
Yeah.
And talk to him on the way. But yep, I believe that's a wrap.
All right.
All right.
Go buy yourself a decent, good car.
Okay, Joe. I'll try.
You don't want a hoopty.
A Kia's not a hoopty.
Yeah, it's kind of a hoopty.
No, it's not. It's not a hoopty, dude. But anyway,
Okay.
regardless of what we get,
Promise me you'll at least test
Yes,
drive some
yes.
other ones besides that.
we will. I
Okay.
promise.
Okay.
I promise.
Fair enough.
Just like you state, you kept your TikTok. I can send you TikToks, and
Yeah.
you can watch them now. So
Yeah.
I will do.
You know, let me
I
give
can
my
at least do
review
that.
on TikToks real quick, just
Okay.
to
All right, go
wrap
ahead.
up this
Go ahead,
episode.
Joe. Give us that wrap up.
I don't hate it,
Okay.
but I do find that it's very similar
Yeah.
videos that
it
I've
is.
already seen.
Probably is.
I do
But
like,
they take them over and put them on those other ones.
yeah,
Because you'll see the TikTok symbol on the end of those reels.
yeah.
So
But I do kind of like how it's set up.
yeah.
I do like, I don't know which platform it is, but I like the ones where you press it, you can pause it.
Yeah.
And I think you could do that with YouTube Shorts, but sometimes you press it and it just mutes it.
Yeah.
And I want to like pause it to read something that they have on there or
Right.
whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I
Good.
try not to. I'm trying to get better at these. Like Wendy just sent me one on Facebook.
Okay.
What do you call Facebook Reels? Or
I don't know
They're
what
not
they call
shorts
them. I don't
or
know what they call them on Facebook.
Whatever.
I think they're still reels.
okay, so I looked at that one, and it's funny. It's like it was talking about Texas women or something like
Yeah.
that. It was a funny thing that she liked, and it was funny. But then I scroll to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next
Yeah.
one. You know, and I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah.
I'll look at something that somebody sends me,
Yeah. And you'll
like
go,
Rasha just sent
and you'll-
one.
and you'll go up and keep on going.
Nope, I don't do it. I really have to make it a conscious effort to look at what somebody sent me,
Yeah.
then quit, and then I'll say something, you
Yeah.
know, like, hey, that was hilarious, or that was stupid, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then go about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I got
yeah.
that other bathroom I need to take care of. I got the backyard that's a wreck. You know, I got to work on my car.
You got lots to do, Mr.
and
Procrastinator.
homework.
Yeah.
Right? Not
Yeah.
sit here and look at this. It was a knuckleball in slow motion. This picture, and I mean, hey,
Yeah.
throwing a knuckleball is pretty cool. I have to admit.
I know
But
why I
then-
want to get in shape. Time out. Just hit me, and I'm going to forget if I don't take. I want to play some pickleball.
Oh, okay,
Pickleball.
that's right.
Anyway,
This summer we're gonna be down with some
I don't
pickleball
know. I don't know where that came from when you were
From-
just talking about.
from baseball. I mean, that's a sport.
Maybe anyway. So
Okay,
hurry up. Let's wrap this up.
that's my review. I don't hate it,
Okay.
but
don't
I
hate it.
find it's very similar.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well then, let's get out of here, Joe.
All right, until next time. Thanks for listening. Email us.
Yeah. We love
Uh,
the emails.
don't forget we have the shirt for sale
Yes, we do.
on Etsy
Yes, we do.
/shop/Force10 Apparel with a
Yes.
10.
Yes.
Force10. Get it? That's like my last name, Forston. Force10 Apparel. Which before I made that website, I was spelling apparel wrong apparently my whole
oh
life.
my God.
It's APPAREL,
There you go.
not ERAL. Apparel.
Okay. All right.
Anyways. Okay.
Alright.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, until next time. Adios, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank y'all. Bye.
What's going on? What's going on?